Okay.
She's
What
gonna
we,
call in. She's gonna call in. I'm sorry, because she's driving with the daughter. So I'm sending her the call-in number and the meeting ID and stuff, okay?
all right. Okay, so what we will be doing today, we will be going through, well, we will finish up inequalities number 4. I think we had problems 4 through 8. And then we will finish up the algebra number 4. We had 18, 19, and 20. And we will do inequalities number 5 quiz. Now, I planned for in class, but since Maureen is really not, well, she will be here, but she won't be able to do the quiz. So what I'll do is do part of it, Vanessa, and then the other part you can do, and then later text me the answers during the week. Okay.
Very well, Ms. Barbara.
Okay. All right. So let's get started. Let me share my screen. Okay. Let's look at quiz number 4, inequalities. I think we had 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Vanessa, did you get a chance to look at them?
I look at them, but I didn't do them. I don't think I did
Okay,
them.
well, let's just do them. Number 4. Now, number 4 is a multiplication, right? Because it's in the form of a division and the opposite is multiplication. So, Vanessa,
I'm not seeing anything on the screen. Ms.
Oh,
Barbara.
you're not seeing it? Okay, let me do my share screen. Okay, let me do share screen and go to number 4. Okay, you see it now, Vanessa?
Yes, Ms. Barbara.
Okay, math inequalities quiz number 4. And we had 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 left, right?
Yeah.
Okay, now, Vanessa, remember we said we do the opposite operation. So if it's a division, we do multiplication. If it's multiplication, we do division. If it's an addition, we do subtraction. If it's a subtraction, we do addition. So this is a division. So what do we do first, Vanessa?
You multiply, right? This one
Yes, you're
multiply.
right. We would multiply, right? So this would be multiply. And what do we multiply by?
M times, no, you multiply across. Cross multiply.
Yeah, we can do cross. Yeah, multiply. So we multiply both sides by -4. Yeah, which is the cross because m times 1 is m minus 4 times 3.8. So multiply both sides by -4. So let's do that. Copy that. Okay, so we'll multiply -4. So that would be -4.
Okay.
Okay, times, okay, that expression. And then that's on the left side. And then on the right side, we'd have times -4. So what do we get on the left side, Vanessa? What's 4 times m over -4?
4 times m. 4 times
4 times m over -4.
So will you get -8?
No, remember now, if I'm multiplying 4 times m over -4, then that means minus 4m over -4. So what's that? What's a minus 4 over minus 4?
-4 over -4.
Yeah, minus 4 divided by minus 4. What is that equal to? Let me just put it here. Minus 4 divided by, so that's, and then I
Okay,
put,
that would be 1.
that's right, 1. Because anytime you divide a number by itself or a variable by itself, you get 1. So this would be equal to, 1. So that means what we have left is just m, right? Because m times
Yes.
1 is just m. So we can take this out. Take out the minus and take out this -4. Okay. Now what we have here, and we don't need to underline here. So now, and what's 4 times 3.8, Vanessa?
4 times
Minus 4 times 3.8. What would that be equal to?
mm,
Minus 4 times 3.8. What do you get? 4 times 3 is 12. 4 times 0.8 is 3.2. And
so you
3.2
get
plus 12 is what?
15.2.
That's right. 15 would be,
Negative
that's right. Negative
15.2.
15.2. So this is negative 15.2. Okay. Now, what is our rule when we multiply or divide by a negative number? What do we do with the inequality?
I think you change your sign.
No, what
You use a word.
do we do with the inequality? This is the inequality right here, greater than or equal. What do we do? There's a rule.
There's a rule.
What's the rule when you multiply or divide by a negative number for an inequality? What do you do with the inequality symbol?
You reverse the inequality.
That's right. Very
That's the
good,
word,
Vanessa.
reverse.
That's it. Reverse inequality symbol when multiplying. This holds for multiplication and division. Multiplying or dividing by a negative number. So reverse. Okay, so what would be our answer, Vanessa? When we reverse it, what would it be?
It would be M is
Okay,
less than or equal to.
that's right. Less than or equal, because that would be the reverse of the greater than, right?
Yeah.
So we take out the greater than or equal, and we put in less than or equal, which is this symbol. And now we put that inequality symbol here, okay? So M is less than or equal to a minus 15.2. Now notice your sign stays the same. It's still negative, right? You don't change that sign.
Okay.
Okay. You only change the sign when we're reversing a symbol. But well, actually, let me give you an example. You don't change the sign when you're multiplying or dividing by a negative number. But if you had, say, let's just take an example. When you do change the sign, like if you had, let's see, 5, we'll say less than, okay, 5, I want to put less than or equal to n. Now, if I said 5 less than or equal to n, then well, it's still not the sign change. It would just be n greater than or equal to 5. I'm trying to think when you have a sign change. Only time you have a sign change is if you no, it's just a calculation would give you a sign change. Like this now, 5 less than or equal to n. Well, this is still a reversal. So n would be greater than, so we put greater than.
Okay.
When you change the sides, okay. So n will be greater than or equal to 5. Okay. So when you change in the size of a variable and a number or a combination, you reverse the symbol.
Okay.
Okay, so that's a different rule from when you multiply by the -1. So if 5 is less than or equal to n, then n is greater than or equal to 5. And this is particularly good when you're doing compound inequalities. Okay. So is number 4 clear to you, Vanessa?
Yes, Miss Barbara. Yes.
Okay, so we had a division. Hello, Charity. Charity's on. Charity, we're doing math inequalities. We're finishing up number 4, and we have 4 through 8. I don't know if you had this sheet or not, but I'll be sending you what we're going over, and also it will be on YouTube. Okay, so this was an example of multiplication because the inequality has a division. Anytime you have a fraction, that's a division. So you do the opposite, just like you do if it were an equation. Multiply the -4 times both sides. And like Vanessa said, cross multiply, which is really what you're doing. M times 1 is M, -4 times 3.8 is -15.2. The thing to remember, reverse your inequality symbol whenever you're multiplying or dividing by a negative number. Okay. Okay. Let's go to number 5. Okay. Number 5. Nessa, read number 5 and tell me how you would solve it.
Let's see. Money needs to buy 5 work shirts that are each the same price. After he uses a $20 gift card, he can spend no more than $50. What is the maximum amount that each shirt can cost?
Okay. Now,
Miss Barbara?
yes, Maureen?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're finishing up math inequalities quiz number 4. We just did number 4 and we're on number 5.
Okay.
Okay, and we will finish up our algebra number 4. We had 18 to 20. And then we will start on math inequalities quiz number 5.
Okay.
All right. Now, do you remember this problem, Maureen? I know you're traveling, so you probably don't have your work with you, do you?
Yeah.
You have it with you?
Yeah.
Okay. Manny needs to buy 5 work shirts. Vanessa just read it. Did you hear Vanessa read it?
Yeah.
Okay. So, Maureen, what would be the inequality symbol?
You said less than?
Less than or equal?
Yeah, less than or equal to.
Less than or equal. Right.
Uh,
Less than or equal. So how much do you have to spend? So let's take our less than or equal symbol. Okay. And let's put our less than or equal symbol. And then let's figure out what should be less than or equal. Okay, so let's put the symbol here. Now, so man is buying 5 work shirts at the same price. And we'll just say let P equal price of a shirt. Okay, we have a variable here, right? Now, let's start at the right. What's the max he can spend? How much money does Manny have to spend?
$30.
30. How much does he have to spend, Vanessa?
50.
Yeah, but he already spent 20.
They said after he uses, he hasn't spent it.
Oh,
After he uses it. So what's the total he has to spend, Maureen?
After he uses
$50.
No,
$20.
no,
$30.
no. If you if you have $50 cash and you have a gift certificate for $20, what's the total you can spend?
$70.
$70. That's right, Vanessa. So here it should be 50 plus 20. All right. It says after he uses it, doesn't say he's used it. After he uses it, he can spend no more than $50. So he has a total of $70 to spend. Got it?
Yep.
Now, what goes on the left, Vanessa?
On the left. What goes on the left?
What is he buying? What is he buying?
5S, 5 shirts.
Okay, so what do I put on the left side?
5 shirts.
So what do we
5S?
call it a shirt? No, we call it a P, right?
Oh,
So what do I put here, Vanessa?
oh, you put a PD. Put P there.
How many?
Oh, 5.
5, that's right. So I put 5P, right? 5P, because he needs to buy 5 shirts all at the same price. P is the price of a shirt. So 5, Maureen, if you're talking, go to mute. You're talking to somebody else, go to mute. Okay.
Wait, listen.
5 work shirts at P price. So when we add the 50 to the 70, let's just copy this. Okay. And let's add our 50 plus 7 plus 20, get our 70. So on the right side, this is now $70. So Vanessa, what's the answer? What's P equal to, Vanessa?
So P equals to 70.
No, how do you solve this for P? What do you do? That's a multiplication. That means you're doing a division, right?
Okay.
What do you divide both sides by?
So therefore, you divide both both sides by 5.
That's right. Perfect. Divide both sides by 5. And if you do that, let's just take this 5p less than or equal to 70.
That becomes P.
So you know the answer, right? What's the answer for this?
5 what give you 70?
Okay, let's divide the left side of the inequality by 5. That's underlined. To divide the 70, the right side by 5. Okay. So this would be,
That give you 14.
that's right, 14. You've got your answer. Okay, so we have 5.
Okay.
So let's see. Good.
As long as
Okay,
those
so we
two
have
left.
5 and 5. Okay, so let's make this. Okay, so P, so if I copy this, then P is less than or equal to 14.
Okay.
So this would just be P less than or equal to 14 because 70 divided by 5 is 14. Okay, so let's take the underline out here. We don't need it. Okay. And take these 5s out. So that means what? What's the maximum amount of shirts that Manny can buy is 14. 14 is the maximum number of shirts Manny can buy. Okay, and that will fit within his what he has to spend, which is $70. Because how much would 15 shirts cost, Vanessa? How much would 15 shirts cost?
15. It would go over.
Well, he what's the maximum amount? I'm sure, sorry. That's not what I meant to ask you. If he could spend $15 for each shirt, how many shirts could he buy?
If you spend $15 for each shirt,
Yes. How many shirts could he buy?
you can only buy, okay, 4.6. What? You can go across.
He can't buy
And you can
part of
get
a shirt.
5.
What, at 15? What's 5 times 15?
5.15, 75.
He doesn't have a 70.
That means you could only buy 4 shirts.
He can only buy 4. If each
Can buy a
shirt
piece.
costs $15, he can only buy 4 because 4 times 15 is 60, right?
Yes, 60.
Yes. If you had 4 times, okay, 15,
Yeah.
that would be equal to $60.
60, yes.
So he couldn't buy 5. 5
No.
times 15.
Would be 75.
That's right. 5 times 15. That's how you can determine if your inequality is working. Okay. Put numbers in there. So that would be 5 times 15, $75. But he doesn't have $75. He only has $70.
$70, yes.
All right.
Yes.
So maximum number of shirts he can buy the maximum of, I'm sorry, the maximum amount, not number, amount of each shirt because that's what we're looking for, the maximum amount that each shirt can cost. So $14 is the maximum amount of the cost of each shirt. Any questions on number 5? Okay,
No,
no questions?
no.
No,
All right, okay, let's go to number 6. Okay, now this one I gave you some situations and I asked you to tell me the inequality. Okay, a bridge's load limit is at most 9 tons. What would I write, Maureen? What would be the inequality?
Okay, checking my phone. I looking for a slip.
Oh, I gave you a reference sheet at the top, right? You can refer back that. At most means what? What does it mean, Vanessa? At most?
Me more.
No, at most, less than or
or
equal.
equal to.
Oh,
Yeah, I gave you some word phrases and I wanted you to use those. That's why I gave them to you. At most means less than or equal. At least means greater than or equal. Okay,
okay.
so Maureen, what would I write?
I'm can't find mine in my phone.
Okay, bridges load, what would I write, Vanessa? A bridge's load limit is at most 9 tons. Use B for bridge. What would I write?
Price inequality for each
What
city.
is the inequality symbol?
Oh, we said it's at most, right?
Yes,
At most or
that means less than or
Or
equal.
equal. Well,
So what would I write, Vanessa?
she said B equal, less than or equal to.
Right? Okay, so let me put the less than or equal symbol. And the amount, the number of the weight limit is what?
Wait, let me see.
The load limit of the bridge is how much?
It's 9
9 times.
tons.
So that would be less than or equal 9.
9.
Okay.
Okay.
Mhm.
A bridge's load limit is at most 9 tons. So the B for the bridge limit is less than or equal to 9. In other words, it cannot exceed 9. So it's got to be,
Mhm.
if it can't exceed 9, then it's got to be, or it can be equal to 9 because it says at most 9, but it can't be more than 9. That's why it's less than or equal.
Equal.
Okay.
Mhm.
Maureen, the next one, the large tree in the park is more than 200 years old. Use T for tree. What would I write?
The moving track holds at least
No,
2
no,
tons.
no, the large tree
Uh,
at B. The
uh,
large tree in the park is more than 200 years old. What would I
so
write?
you put tree, right?
Put
More than
T,
is, yeah,
put T
T,
for tree. So I put
yeah,
T, and what's the inequality symbol?
more than,
So what do I write?
more than,
Greater than or equal, less than or equal, greater than, less than. Which
than.
symbol?
The greater than sign.
Okay, so I write the greater than sign, which is this one, greater than 200. The large tree in the park is more than 200. So that would be a greater than, right?
Uh-huh.
Make that a little bigger. Okay, so T for tree greater than 200. All right,
Uh,
let's go to C.
uh,
Vanessa, what would I write for the moving truck holds at least 2 tons of furniture? Use T for the moving truck.
Okay.
What symbol?
C, and you said at least,
Yes.
which is the less than sign.
What do you write?
Not less than. You said at least, right?
Right.
At least is greater than or equal to.
That's right. Greater than or equal. So let's grab that greater than. See right there, at least or no less than means greater than or equal. So let's
Okay.
take that greater than or equal sign. And then we would have expressed that situation correctly. So T greater than or equal. So let's put that symbol there. And that would be what? 2 tons, just 2. Moving truck T greater than or equal to 2. So it holds
Yeah,
at least 2
2
tons.
tons.
Okay. Maureen,
yeah.
6D, the hole is not yet 49 feet deep. What do I write?
No,
What
Oh,
symbol?
the whole is not
no.
yet greater than, no, less than.
Less than. That's right. It would be
Yeah.
less than. So our symbol would be less than. So let's put our less than symbol. And we'll use H for hole. H for hole. So it's less than, and we've given 49 feet. So we put 49.
Mhm.
Okay. So this is how you translate the words into the inequality expression. At most, less than or equal, more than, just the more than greater than symbol, at least greater than or less, not yet, less than. Any
Uh-huh.
questions on the situations in number 6?
No.
Okay,
Okay.
all right. Okay, so let's go to number 7. It costs Carlita $204 to make beaded purses.
Uh-huh.
How much must Carlita sell? How many purses must she sell at $13 a piece to make a profit?
Okay. Okay.
What is the inequality symbol, Vanessa?
It cost Carlita $204 to make beaded purse. How
So
many purses must Carlita sell?
to
At,
make a profit.
mm,
How do you define profit?
P,
No, I mean in words. What is profit on something?
increase,
Yeah, when
growth,
you, well, growth, okay. The expenses for producing something has to be what? When you compare to what you sell something for. Your selling price has to exceed your price for producing something to make a profit, right?
yes.
Okay, so she's selling these at $13 a piece. It
Uh-huh.
cost her $204 to make them. All right. So
Mhm.
we said to make a profit, she has to make more than what it cost her to make the product. All right. So what would be the inequality symbol, Vanessa? What would I put as my inequality symbol? Greater than or less than, greater than, less than or equal? Which one?
Greater than. greater than or equal to?
Yes, greater than or equal to. That's correct. So let's just grab that greater than or equal symbol. Okay, here's the greater than or equal, because she's got to be greater than or equal what it costs her to make the product in order to show a profit. Otherwise, she lose money, right?
Yes.
Okay, so let's just put our greater than or equal. Now, the greater than or equal must be greater than or equal to what amount, Vanessa?
204.
That's right. Very good. $204, because that's what it costs her to make them. Now, she's selling each purse at $13 a piece. So
Yes.
let's just say, let P equal purse. Okay. So we letting P be equal to purse. So what goes on the left side, Vanessa?
Goes on the left side. P.
And what else?
P. How do you do it?
She's selling them at what, $13 a piece?
At 30.
Piece.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what is 13 multiplied by?
What is 13 multiplied by?
Let me put this. Purses sold. Okay. So what do I put on the left side?
P.
And what else?
That's not equal. P. P what? Plus. Should it be plus?
No. If she sold 5 purses, how much would she make, Vanessa?
She sold 5 purses.
At $13 a piece, how much would she make?
13 by 5. 15. 5. 65.
That's right.
Dollars.
What operation did you use?
Multiplication.
So do the same thing over here. Will be what? What would this be? 13 times what?
13 times P.
That's it. Very good. Same thing you just did, multiplication, except your variable is P. So at $13 a piece and P purses sold, that product 13 times P must be greater than or equal to 204.
Oh,
Now, how do I solve for P, Maureen? 13P greater than or equal to 204. How do I solve for P?
Do this divide by 13.
Right, very good. Divide both sides by 13. Okay, so Vanessa, divide that. Tell me what you get.
okay. 13 by.
Okay, I'll put this
Okay.
here and I'll put the 13 under it. And you divide the
Okay.
left side by 13 and the right side by 13. So we put this here, put 13. Okay, 13 and the right side by 13. Okay, what do I get on the left side, Vanessa?
On the left side, you just get P or 1.
That's right, 1P or P. So let me just put this here, copy this open, take out 13 out and just put the P. Okay, I could just take the 13 out. What's 204 divided by 13?
It's It's 15.69.
Okay, so that will give us, let me just copy that.
$15.69.
Okay. So I'll just have P here, 13P divided by 13 is just P.
I just don't want to lose this parking spot right there.
Let's take the underline out. And when you divide 204 by 13, what did you get, Vanessa?
15.69.
Okay, 15.69. Okay, that is correct. Okay, so let's just take that out. This is decimal point, 15.69. Now, what does that mean?
She can only get 15.
I mean, she could sell 16 pieces.
She
She-
cannot. It would be more.
How many would she sell, Vanessa?
Only 15.
What's 15 times 13?
15 times 13?
Yes,
13. Oh,
no profit.
195.
Right, so you know the 15 doesn't work. 15 times 13 is equal to 195. This is a case where you've got a line, you have to round up. So, but 15 times, okay. If we make this 16,
It would be
16,
208.
that's it. And that's a profit, isn't it?
Okay, I see.
Equals 208. So she must sell how many purses?
16.
That's it. She
Okay.
must sell a minimum of 16 purses to make
A profit.
a profit.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh,
This is a case where you had to round up, right? Some cases we don't round up, but this is a case where we had to round up.
okay.
All right.
Very
What
good.
questions?
No problem.
Because the profit means what she makes is greater than what it cost her to make the purses. So you have to have a profit greater than this 204, right?
Yeah.
Has to exceed that 204. If it doesn't exceed the 204, it's not a profit. It's a loss.
Okay.
You got it?
Yeah.
No, I had 16 pieces, but I didn't do it as long as this.
No, you didn't have to do it this way. But
Yeah.
what we're doing, remember, we're doing
I know.
inequalities. But
yeah.
if it weren't inequalities, then you didn't really have to do that, right?
I
You could
know,
just
yeah.
divide the 204 by 13 and round it off.
I know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. But since we're doing inequalities, but if it was just an algebra problem without inequalities, Maureen, you're exactly right. You wouldn't have
I
to really
know.
go through this. But
I
I just
know.
want to make sure you can set up the inequalities, because some problems give you a scenario and ask you which inequality expression is correct, right?
Yeah.
That's why
That,
that's why we're going through this.
But the honest one I can understand was I read them, but the honest one I can figure out was 4.
4,
Yeah, the one about M/4
oh.
4.
is
Yeah, the
greater
one that
than
we
up
did.
there. Yeah. That one I can figure
-4
out
with
at all.
3.8.
Oh, this one?
Yeah.
Okay, Vanessa, explain this to Maureen.
But if it's there my phone, she won't got to do it. It's okay. I will figure
No,
it out.
no. I want you to understand what's going on here, Maureen. So,
Okay.
okay. So Vanessa, tell her why you did what you did, why you multiplied.
Um,
Oh, okay.
Then you what?
I gotta stop up the car for a minute because Hoover coming to pick us up. So
Okay.
okay.
Vanessa, just tell why you multiplied here. Why was this a multiplication?
Because if it's a multiplication with this, with inequality, you divide, right?
Yeah, this is division and the opposite of division is
It's
multiplication.
multiplication. Yeah.
So
Okay.
you multiplied both sides by the
By
negative,
-4.
right?
Uh-huh.
And you got what?
When you divide both sides by -4, okay, so you get -4 times -4, you get 1. So that is out. So you multiply 3.8 times -4, and your inequality is m
Sorry.
greater than
Uh-huh.
negative. We would normally do, because of the sign, you have to reverse the inequality symbol when
Okay.
multiplying or dividing, because as long as there's a negative number.
Yeah, you remember that rule, Maureen? When you
Yeah.
multiply, divide by a negative number, you've got to reverse the inequality symbol. So that's why Vanessa
Uh-huh.
changed the inequality symbol greater than or equal to less than or
Okay.
equal.
All right.
But the amount stays the same,
Six.
minus 15.2. Got it?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. All right, let's go to number 8. Okay, number 8 is well, remember we had at the beginning, I think we had, see, what we call a compound inequality, where you can have a and, or, and or. Okay, and this was an and. In other words, n minus 4 is less than or equal to n, and well, here it's a number that is greater than a -4 and less than a 3. Okay, so the number satisfied 2 inequalities, one being the number is greater than a -4 and it's less than a 3. Now, this one, actually, though, it was pretty easy to get this one. And why was it easy, Vanessa?
That's number.
Number 8. Which one shows n less than 3? A, B, C, or
Which
D?
inequality? Which
Which,
inequality represents a number that is greater than? It's greater than?
well, let's just do the less than 3. Which one of these expressions says n less than 3?
And less than.
Okay. How to get in the cab now, so
What is before? B.
That's it, B. That's the answer. Uh, a number that is greater than a -4. Now, when you say -4 less than n, let's just copy this. -4 less than n, okay? That's the same as saying n is greater than -4. So that would be n and greater than -4. Okay, see, and that's what it says. It says -4 less than n. -4 less than n means n is greater than a -4, which is exactly what it says here. A number that is greater than -4. See? All right, that's why it's B. But I'm saying that only one expression says n less than 3, and that's B, because A says greater than or equal to 3, C says less than or equal to 3, and D says greater than 3. Only B says n less than 3. Okay, and that's what we said. Compound inequality. This is an and. Number greater than 4, and that same number is less than 3. Whenever you have an and, you have a range, okay?
Okay.
The value is a range between two numbers. In this case, greater than -4 and less than 3.
Okay.
Give me a number greater than -4, Vanessa.
A number greater than -4.
Yes. Think about the number line.
Okay. A number greater than -4. Greater than. Okay. You can do -2. You can do -1. You can do
That's right.
0.
Very good. That means you know the number line because you're
Yeah.
going to the right and your numbers are getting smaller, but actually getting bigger, and 0 and then the positive numbers. And the
Yes.
less than 3, you're on the right-hand side for the positive numbers, right?
Yes.
Okay. Any questions on number 8?
No.
All right. Let's go to, I think we had, let's see, algebra. We had some problems there. Algebra 18. I think I gave you on Thursday. I think you were both there Thursday. I gave you 18, 19, some steps to finish it. And some of you had problems still. Vanessa, you didn't send me yours, right?
No, Miss Barbara.
You didn't send me yours. Maureen, you sent me yours and you missed one, right? Okay, let's go to 18. Jonathan driving to the airport. And then he drives back. He drives from home to the airport, then home from the airport back home. Now you're given his average speed and time when he goes to the airport. And you're given his speed when he drives home from the airport. And your question, how long did the trip take home? Now, distance equal rate times the time. D equals RT. So first we calculated his distance going to the airport, and that would be his rate, which is 45 miles per hour, times the time it took him, 3. And that gave you what? You multiply that out, right? You got 135 miles.
Miss Barbara, which one are you doing? I have the same thing up. So that if
Oh,
I'm looking.
oh, wait, just a minute. Let me do a new share. Okay. New share, and we're doing algebra. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Oh.
You see it now?
Yes, I get it. Thank you.
Okay. All right. With the number 18, it's a round trip, actually. Jonathan drives to the airport from home, and then he drives from home. He drives from home to the airport, then airport to home. Now you were given his average speed going to the airport and how long it took him, 3 hours.
Yeah.
And then you given his average speed driving back home from the airport. All right. Now,
Okay.
distance, this is a formula. You should remember this. Distance is rate times the time. Rate, that's the speed. That's when you're traveling in an automobile, that's miles per hour. Okay, mph, miles per hour.
Yeah.
So we can calculate the distance going to the airport because we know the rate and we know the time. So
Yeah.
D equals R times T, 45 times 3. Multiply that out, your distance is 135 miles. Any questions on finding the distance?
So you didn't do anything with the 55.
No, but we can because we're looking for how long did it take him going back home from the airport. But now we know the distance, right? Now, if D is RT, let me just put here,
RT.
D equal RT, right?
Yes.
Let me put, I'll just put the little d.
45.
Now, Vanessa, what is, how would I solve this D equals RT for T? How would I solve D equals RT for T? What would I do to both sides of the equation to get T?
You have to divide.
That's right, divide by what?
You divide. You said I have to get.
I want to solve for T,
You want to solve
time.
T. Okay.
So what would I divide by?
Therefore, you divide RT to both sides.
Divide by what?
Divide both sides.
Divide both sides by what?
For you to get T, right? So
Yes.
therefore, you divide both sides by T.
Well, now I want to solve for T.
Mhm.
T is connected to R, right?
Yes.
By multiplication. So what do I divide by?
Let me see.
What do I divide here? I want to solve for T. Divide both sides by R, right?
Okay.
Because
both
R
R.
times T divided by
Yes,
R
that's
would just give me T.
T. Yes.
Okay, so let's just take the D equals RT. Copy that. Divide both sides by R, so. And divide the right side by R. Because we're looking for the time it took him to go back home. So divide both sides by R. So let's put R underneath. Okay, R. Take out the underline here we don't need. Okay. Okay, now what do I get on the left side, Vanessa?
On the left side.
Just copy this. I just get D over R, right?
Yes.
Now what do I get on the right side?
Just
RT
T.
divided by R. That's right, just get T.
T.
So the R comes out. The R comes out here. And we don't need a underline here. Now let's just bring that up a bit. Okay, now, so that means T, and let me just reverse this, because we could say D over R equals T, or we could say T equals D over R. So let me just put this divided by R. Okay, let me make that. Okay, so now we have time is equal to distance divided by the rate. Now, what is the distance, Vanessa? I want to substitute in this formula. What is the distance?
What's the distance?
I calculated that from his travel to the airport. What was that?
That's the one 45 multiplied by 3, which is 135.
That's right. So that would be 135. Okay, that's the distance. And that's divided by what's the rate going home? What would be the R here? What's the rate going back home from the airport?
55.
That's right, 55. Very good. Okay, so now divide 135 by 55. What do you get?
Okay. Okay, let me get it.
Equal.
Divide 145 divided by
135 divided by 55. What do you get?
135.
Yeah, 135 divided by 55.
135 divided by 5. So therefore,
Use my calculator.
would this be,
135.
would it be, this would be B.
So what did you get here when you divided this out?
2.45.
2.45. And they said to the nearest tenth, so that rounds to what?
2.5.
That's right. Okay, so 2.5, which rounds to or 2.5. And that would be hours, because that's what the time. Miles divided by miles per hour would give you hours. So answer would be B. Answer would be B. Okay.
Okay. 2.5.
Okay, so let me put here. Answer B. Questions on 18.
Yeah.
So you had to find the distance going to the airport, and you could do that because you had the rate and the time. You had the 45 miles per hour and you had the 3 hours as the time. And
Okay.
questions, Vanessa?
So therefore, all you have to do, because Miss Barbara, when you go into class, when you go to do the test, please, I will have all the time to do this.
You'd have
I
what?
know I wouldn't have all the time to do all of this distance, rate, time. So I'm asking you, so I can, because I already know the average time he drove back home. So all I had to do, but when he was going, they had a rainstorm, so you drive less time. So you multiply 45 times 3, you got 135. And then you divide it by 55 and you find it.
Yeah, that's the way of doing it.
Unless they ask for a setup.
Okay, now say again what you did, Vanessa.
Okay. Okay, because of the rainstorm, it forced him to drive less time, right?
Right. Which means you could eliminate D, because you know it's going to take him less time because he's traveling at a higher speed, right?
Fine.
Miss
Okay.
Barbara,
Yes.
I got to hang up now because I'm going in the office with Maxine.
Okay.
Okay then, bye.
All right. Say hello to Maxine.
All right.
Okay.
Uh,
All right, Vanessa, go ahead and tell me how you solved it, because there's
Yes,
always more than one way of solving a problem.
yes. Unless
Okay.
they ask you to do a setup. But
Okay.
if it's just a straightforward to find the answer,
Mhm.
just to see how you can do it. Because going, it was less time because of the rainstorm. So you take 45 and multiply it by 3.
huh?
So you would get 135 miles.
Okay.
Then, because you know the average speed, because there was no storm, nothing to cause him, so he went at the normal rate back home. So you divide 135, that's what I said, 135 divided by 55.
Yes. Yeah,
right?
yes, you could do that, which is what we did here, and you wouldn't have had
Or
to go through the
to
formula.
all it.
Only reason I went through this because I want you to understand how distant rate and time is connected.
Okay, 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 okay.
All right.
Yes.
Yeah, but you're exactly right. You once you multiply the distance, you just divide by the 55, which is what we did here. But I went through the distance, rate, and time. That's because I want to explain to you the relationship between distance, rate, and time.
Okay, yes.
Okay, but what you did is perfectly fine, and you would have finished it in less than half the time.
Yeah.
All right. Now,
Okay.
when if I were doing this problem on my own, I wouldn't go through all these steps either. But like I'm saying, I'm explaining it to you this way because I want you to know that when you have rate and time, you can find distance. When you have distance and time, you can find rate. When you have distance and rate, you can find time.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Just want you to know the relationship. That's all. But what you did is perfectly fine.
Okay.
All right, because you're right. You have time constraints on the test. So you really don't have time to go through all these steps. These steps are just for explanation purposes. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Yes. Okay.
All right. Let's go to number 19. How would you solve this?
Okay.
Now let's take, okay, because we're looking for the value of X. Let's take this expression. Okay, let me just copy this. Okay, now I'll just let me take this all out. Okay. Okay, now what would you do first, Vanessa? This is the expression we want to solve for X. So what would you do first?
Yes. This is distributed property.
Okay, so what would I do on the
You
left side?
multiply what is in the parentheses first.
Times the 2, right? So what would I
Yes.
get on the left?
Okay. Okay. I'll call x1. 2 1s, 2. You get 2x.
Okay, multiply expressions on both sides. So we're going to do both of them. Okay. So you'd get 2x. Let me put, you get 2x and what else?
2 4s. Oh, you have -8.
So -8. Very good. You know, I found that some people were multiplying and not multiplying by everything. They only multiply by the X and they didn't multiply by the -4. But when you have a number outside of something in the parentheses, you have to multiply by
Like
each.
everything. Yes.
Yes, everything in the parentheses. So 2x and 2 times -4 is -8. So Vanessa, what do you get on the right?
Oh, okay. Equal. Okay. 2 4s. 4 2s is 8x
Okay, very good. 8x, okay,
plus 4.
plus 4. Because 4 times 1 is 4.
Yes.
Okay, now we need to get like terms together, and like terms
Yes.
have the same characteristics. So you have x's and you have constants. So what would you do next, Vanessa?
You combine the like terms.
Okay, combine like terms. Okay. So what would that give you?
So 2x. Okay, because the plus is a 2x is a plus 2 and a. So you would get 10x.
How are you getting 10x?
Because you're adding. You add 2x and 8x.
Why would you add? 8x is plus over here, and if you bring it to the left, you'll have to subtract.
Okay. So therefore I have to subtract now.
Okay,
Because
so
anything across the equal
yes,
sign is on your cross, you change it, you
that's
change
right.
your, what do you call the sign or
Yeah,
the
so
term?
yeah, so what are you gonna do first? Gonna combine your x's, you're gonna combine
Yes,
the
combine.
constants. Okay,
No,
so
combine the X.
okay, so tell me what to do to combine the x's.
You you have to combine the X's.
Tell me what to
Oh,
do.
one moment. Mhm. Do you do the combine? And when you cross over, you have to change the sign. So it doesn't matter whether you go 2 or you go 8.
Go either way. You just want to get all your x terms together and all your constants together. Tell me what
Yes.
you do first. There's different ways you could do it. Just tell me which way you would do it.
Okay. Um, I'll do my X's first. So what you do, you divide? What do you do?
No, everything here is
No,
adding and
just
subtraction.
add in.
You don't do the x until you get near the end when you're solving for x. Okay, but you want to get all your terms together first, all your x's together and all your constants together. Then you solve for the x. So
Okay, I'll use 8x. You bring it across, so you have minus 8x.
okay, so we'll say subtract 8x from
Both sides.
both sides. Okay, so let's do that. Let's subtract the 8x from both sides. Okay, so we subtract 8x from both sides. So this would be minus 8x. And on the right side, minus 8x. Okay, so we have so what's a 2x and a minus 8x?
A 2x and a minus 8x. A 2x and a minus 8x.
Unlike subtract.
Yeah,
So what would that be?
minus 6.
Minus 6x. So
6x.
that's right. So minus 6x. So that would be minus 6x. Okay, and then the 8x minus and 8x plus gives you 0. So this would just
0.
be 4 left
4.
over here,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. Now what do you do next?
Okay. Okay. Same thing here. Change the sign. Okay. Subtract here again. Show you from both sides. So you would cross. Let's use
Are you going to
4.
subtract or add?
Let me see.
Because you got your x term over here, so you just need to get these constants together. So it's better
Okay,
to
so you
get
have to
this.
add. Yes.
That's right. So you add
Add 8 on both sides.
8 to
Both sides.
both sides. Okay, so let's just do this. Okay, so I add 8 here on the left plus 8. And then I add 8 on the right plus 8. And the minus 8 plus 8 will give me 0.
0, yeah.
So let me just copy this over and take the 8s out. Okay. So let's just take these 8s out. Minus 8 plus 8 gives me 0. So I
Yeah.
just have minus 6x left on the left side. What do I have on the right side, Vanessa? 4 plus 8.
Yeah. So you
What's,
add it.
yes. What's 4
So you'd have
plus 8?
12.
That's
12.
right. That would be 12. Very good. 2. Okay. Now what do I do next?
you, because you want to get to 6x, right?
I want to get the value of X. That was the question. They
Okay,
asked
to
us to,
find
yeah.
to
So
find
what
the
do,
value of x.
yes. So what do I do? What's the next step?
Okay, you divide both sides by 6. Am I right?
Divide
Mm-hmm.
both sides by -6.
-6, yeah.
Okay, so let's do that. Let's take this expression, this equation, and divide both sides by -6. Okay, so that would be -6. So neg -6, and on the right side, -6. So what do I have on the left side? What do I have left on the left side?
X.
That's right. I'll have X. And what would be X? X would be equal to what?
X would be equal to mm, 6.
Small x.
6.
12 divided by -6 equal what?
Oh, 2.
Plus or minus?
That's a plus.
Plus over minus. Unlike signs divide to give you negative.
Okay,
Remember,
negative. Oh, so therefore it's a -2.
-2, right? Remember, unlike signs divide to give you negative, unlike signs multiply to give you negative. Like signs give you plus. So minus over minus is plus, minus
Well,
times minus is plus.
mm-hmm.
But if you have unlike signs, your sign will be negative. Plus over minus is negative. Minus over plus is negative.
Negative.
Plus time
Okay.
minus is negative. Minus time plus is negative. Now, which one of those was a -2? What choice? A.
A.
All right, so answer is A. Answer A. Okay. All right. Any questions on combining the terms? Like I said, it was different ways you could have combined the constants from the beginning and then the variables, variable and a constant, with its coefficients, right? But to
Yes.
solve for X, you have to get like terms together.
Yeah.
Okay, so when you said over up here, combine your like terms. That's very important that you said here. Combine your like terms, and your like terms have the same characteristics. So 2x, 8x, both a number and a variable,
Yep.
where these are just constants, -8 and 4. All right, let's go to the last one of that algebra sheet, number 20. Now, I gave everybody this. Let's see if you can do it, Vanessa. I gave, okay. I said, let T is Tim. Tim ate 4 more cookies than Alice. So, and if X is the number, and X has to be the, because that's in the answers. So X is the number that Alice had, right? So if Tim ate 4 more than Alice, Tim would be X plus 4, right?
Yeah.
Alice X plus 4. Okay. Bob ate twice as many as Tim. So B for Bob, twice as many means 2 times Tim, which is T, right?
Yes. Yes.
Now, if X represents the number of cookies Alice ate, what expression represents the number of cookies Bob ate? Now, if Bob is equal to 2T, what would I do right here, Vanessa?
Mm,
to
40%.
find Bob's number of cookies that Bob. What would I do right here? B equal to T. T is equal X plus 4. What would be my next step?
Let me see.
This is what I want to solve for right here. I want to solve for B. So how do I solve for B? Bob.
Bob. We solve for T.
But we know T. T is X plus 4,
X plus 4.
right?
Yes.
So what can I do now? I can substitute. Let's see, substitute T equal X plus 4
Mhm.
in the equation. B equals 2T, right? So let's where I have T is X plus 4, I want to put it right here for the T, right? So let's just put B equal 2T. All right. So if I substitute, that's going to be 2 times what? T X
T.
plus 4. Follow?
2 times T equal
Yeah, because
2X.
T right here, remember I said T is X plus 4,
Yeah.
right? So I just took that T equal X plus 4 and put it in for my T in my Bob formula. So 2T is 2 times the expression X plus 4, right?
Okay. Yeah.
So what is my answer?
So you don't have to do,
I
you
just
have
pick
to do.
out the answer that matches 2
Oh,
times X plus 4.
oh,
What's the answer?
C.
C. And now some of the students text me the answer, but they had 18, 19, but somehow they had various answers for 20. I don't know if they didn't realize that once you put in the expression for T, that matches one of these expressions.
Okay.
2 times X. In fact, someone gave me D, 4. You see, once you found, oh, T equal X plus 4, Alice is X, right? 4
Yes.
more cookies than Alice. That's what Tim ate. 4 more
Yes.
cookies than Alice. Bob ate twice as many cookies as Tim. That's B equals 2 times T for Tim.
Okay.
Now, the question is, which expression represents the number of cookies Bob ate? But we know Bob ate twice as many as Tim, and we know Tim is Alice X plus 4. So if we substitute what we know T to be equal to in this B formula, we have 2 times X plus 4, which is exactly what C is. You follow, Vanessa?
Yes, Miss Barbara.
And I was trying to wonder why students were having problems, because
Yeah.
no one has texted me the answer on number 20. And actually I gave everybody the T, translating the words to the math. 4 more than is 4 added to X, where X represents the number of cookies Alice ate. Bob twice as many, that means 2 times as many as Tim. So at this point, you have exactly what you need. And this T has the X in it, X plus 4.
Yes.
So 2 times the expression X plus 4, because they didn't ask you to solve it. They asked you to pick the expression that represents the number of cookies that Bob ate. Any questions?
No, Miss Parker.
Okay. All right. Let's go to, we'll get started on the other inequality quiz. I'll do some, then I'll leave the others you to do, to send me, to text me the answers or email me the answers.
Okay.
Okay, so let's go to a new share. And I want to go to, let's see, math inequalities. Okay, quiz number 5. Quiz number 5. Okay, Vanessa, you see quiz number 5?
Quiz number 5.
Math inequalities, quiz number 5.
No, Miss Parker. Can you
You
go
don't,
up some more?
you don't see it? Okay, new share.
Oh, yes, I have it. Sorry. I was looking. What was I looking for? Yes, thanks.
Okay,
Yes,
you see it,
yes,
right? Math
yes,
inequalities, quiz number 4.
yes. Quiz number
Okay,
5.
I'm sorry, quiz number 5. We
Mm,
finished number 4. Okay, number 5. Okay, Vanessa, how would you solve number 1? We'll do some of these and the rest will be for you to do.
Okay. You're asking what is the value of P in this inequality?
What would you do? You're solving for P. So how would you solve this inequality for P? What would you have to do to both sides of this inequality?
Okay, both sides. You minus 2 from what you do on one side, you do on the other side. So you minus
Very good. You minus
2
what?
from 12.
Okay. So, all right. So you subtract
Mm-hmm. 2 from both sides.
2 from both sides. 2 from both sides. Okay, so
Good.
let's do that. So you see your answer. What's your answer?
My answer is C.
That's it. Very good. Okay, so subtract the 2 from both sides. Minus 2 on the left of the inequality, minus 2 on the right.
Mm-hmm.
So this is minus 2 and plus 2 is 0. So what you're left with is P, okay, greater than 10. Answer C.
Okay.
Very good, Vanessa. So that one, answer C.
C.
Okay,
Number
let's
2.
let's go to number 2. Number 2 is a division, which means you have to do what?
You have to do the, we call it the reverse. No, not reverse. Wait, I don't have it. Yes, the reverse the inequality sign.
Why are you going to reverse?
Because
That's
it's
when you multiplying by a negative or dividing by a negative. 3 is not negative.
okay. Oh, okay.
So what would be the answer?
So therefore, the answer would be just to be C.
Okay, let's just do this. Okay. And this is 3. Okay, let's put a 3 here. Now, the first thing you're going to do is multiply, right?
Yes.
And what are you going to multiply?
So you
Wow.
multiply by 3,
Yes, right. Multiply,
both sides
right, both sides
by 3.
by 3. Okay. So we take that, let's multiply both sides by 3. Okay, so this would be, let me move that over. Take out the underline. Okay, and that would be 3. And so I don't have another X, I'll put asterisk for multiplication. Okay, times X minus X over 3. And this will be times 3.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll use the asterisk times 3 for the multiplication. Now, what do I have left on the left side, Vanessa?
Just negative X.
That's right, negative X, and that would be less than, and what do I have on the right?
5 3 is 15.
That's right, that would be 15. Okay, now I have minus X less than 15.
Yeah.
So what would be my answer?
Minus X.
What would it be?
Minus X less than 15.
Yes. You don't see that answer there. So what would be the answer? If you multiply both sides by -1, you'll get X less than a -15. So you don't have the minus X. You see, that's not part of your answer, right? One of your choices. So multiply
Yeah.
both sides by -1. Okay, so that would give you X less than 15, -15.
So it's C.
Okay, so let's just take the
No.
X. So what would it be?
I come in negative 15.
Now, when you multiply or divide by a negative, what do you do with your symbol?
Only negative.
What happens to your,
You do
the inequality symbol?
the inequality. Do you reverse it?
That's it. So what would this be then?
So therefore,
So I have to, so
let me
this
see.
becomes greater than, right?
Greater than.
X greater than -15. So what's the answer?
Oh, so A.
Yes. A.
I thought I was wrong.
No, I
Because I
thought you
did
said
it.
that. I thought you said that.
Yeah,
Remember?
because I was wondering how did I get it wrong? Because I
No,
usually reverse.
no, you got it. You reverse the symbol. Yeah. Multiply both sides by -1. And remember to
Yes.
reverse the inequality
Hmm.
symbol. Reverse the inequality symbol. Okay, so the answer A, X, we reverse the symbol from less than to greater than. So greater than minus 15, which is answer A.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Multiplication, because it's a division, right? So to get this 3 out, we had to multiply both sides by the 3. And then we just had X, but it was a negative, but we had to multiply by a -1. And whenever you're multiplying or dividing by negative, you will reverse the inequality symbol. Okay, you had the answer, Vanessa. Right?
Yes, I have it. Yes.
Okay, all right, very good. Now let's look at number 3. Vanessa, you remember the perimeter formula?
The perimeter formula.
What's the perimeter formula for a rectangle? You remember? How do you find the perimeter of a rectangle?
Because it's a rectangle.
What's the perimeter formula for a rectangle?
It's 2
Perimeter.
times 2.
No, you got it. Perimeter is what?
2 times length.
That's right. Keep
plus
going.
2 times breadth.
That's it. You got it. So perimeter of a rectangle is equal to, well, it's not a times. Time is area. It's a plus, right?
Plus, yes.
Okay, it's 2 times the length plus 2 times the width. Okay, 2 times the length plus 2 times the width. So how would you solve this, Vanessa, then?
Okay. 2 times 2 times plus.
It says, what is the value
2
of
times
X such that the perimeter is at least 48 centimeters?
Okay, since because if this side here is 3x, so you put it 3. Let me see. So you would have, because yeah, but if it's together, how do you do? You'd multiply because no, yes. So you said 3 times 3, making it 9.
At least means what? What would be your symbol for at least?
At least. What is at least?
It's what, greater than or equal?
Moment. At least. You said at least, right?
Yes.
It's greater than or equal.
Right. So let me grab a greater than or equal. So we know that will be our inequality symbol. So let's just put that there. Then we'll figure out what goes on the right, what goes on the left. So it said at least. Okay, so let's put our inequality symbol, greater than or equal. And what it must be greater than or equal to is the 48, right? The perimeter. Now, what would the left side look like, Vanessa? You know, it says 2 length plus 2 width. So what would go here on the left side? 2 times the length. Let's take this as the length, and 2 times the width.
Okay.
So tell me what to write on the left side.
So do you you add
Well, this is a multiplication, right?
Yes, there's a multiplication.
It's two length. Now,
Yeah, so it's a 3 times 3 is 9.
well, let's just put length just to make it easier. Length equals, and we'll say the length is 3x, all right? And the width is equal to 4 plus x. Now, we know our formula for perimeter. We know what our length we assign is the 3x and the width as 4 plus x. Doesn't matter. You could put 4 plus x and assign them the way you want. Either way, you're going to take 2 times the length plus 2 times the width. Now, my question to you, Vanessa, what is on the left side?
Let's see. What is the value of x? No.
Yeah, what would I put for 2L? What would I put for 2L? Okay, let me just put 2L plus 2W greater than or equal to 48, the perimeter. Now, we know what L is, so tell me what to write for L. L is 3x, W is 4 plus x. So what would I write here?
For 2L?
Yes. Substitute L and W. So what would I write for 2L? It would be 2 times what?
2 times 3.
What would it be?
2 times 3.
3x.
3x.
3x, right? So
Yeah.
that would be 2 times 3x, right? Plus 2, and what is W?
W is equal to 4 plus x.
That's right, 4 plus x. And that's greater than or equal to 48 because they said at least. So let's put our inequality symbol. All right. Now, what do I get on the left? What's 2 times 3x?
So therefore you multiply.
Right. So what do I get for 2 times 3x?
3 2s is 6. 6x?
That's it. Very good. So I get 6x. So let's just, okay, so that would be 6x take out the parentheses. What's 2 times 4 plus x?
2 4s is 8.
Okay, so that would be 8 plus what?
Plus 2x.
2x, that's right. Plus 2x. So let's just, we have our 2 here. Let's put our x and take out the parentheses. Now, let's further simplify this. Combine your x's. What do you get?
Okay, you get 8x.
Okay, so I get 8x. Okay. Plus 8. See, that's combined. So that's 8x plus 8 greater than or equal to 48. So what's my next step?
Okay. What do you think? So you subtract 8 from both sides.
That's it. Excellent. Subtract 8 from both sides. Okay. Now let's just copy that over here on the right and continue.
Yes.
Okay, so subtract 8 from both sides, and I'll just copy that and then do the subtraction. So -8 on the left and -8 on the right. Okay, so what do I have on the left? The 8's gonna plus 8 minus 8 is 0, right?
Yes,
So this would be, let's just copy
8x.
that. So that would just be 8x left, right, Vanessa?
Yes,
8x plus 0. So we just
yes,
put 8x. And what's 48 minus 8?
40.
40. Okay, so you see the answer, right? What's the answer? What do I do next?
You divide
That's it. Divide
on both sides.
by both sides by 8. Okay, so let's just do that. And then we've got our answer.
Okay, so therefore the answer is 5.
That's it. Very good. That's it. Just divide 8 on the left, divide by 8, and on the right, divide by 8. So I put my 8 here, and on the right, my 8. And like you said, your answer, x greater than or equal to 5. Okay, so the answer would be x
Good.
greater than or equal 5. What's the value of x such the perimeter is at least 48 centimeters? The answer would be x must be greater than or equal to 5.
5. Okay.
Okay. But now notice, Vanessa, you had to know your perimeter formula, which you did, the 2 times the length plus 2 times the width. And it
Yeah.
doesn't matter how you assign these. You could have said length is 4 plus x and width is 3x. Either way, it's going to give you
Okay.
the same thing. But once you define those, then your at least is the greater than or equal to the 48 perimeter, and then you substitute the values they gave you here for your length and for your width, and then multiply them out, combine like terms, and you get your answer. Okay,
Yeah. One moment, Miss
questions?
Farmer.
All right, now try number 4, Vanessa.
Number 4.
Yeah, number 4. Number 4 is a combination, right?
Yes, it's a combination.
Okay, so I want you to, let's see, let me put that on another page, give you a fresh page to work with. Okay,
Let me see something. Number
yeah, okay.
4.
Solve number 4 and tell me what you get.
Okay. Let me use that. 3.
Tell me if
minus
you get
minus
A, B, C, or D.
Okay. So this is 3y minus 2, 6 is 18. How do you combine this and the second cross over? It doesn't matter if you bring it up, it becomes same thing. So you combine xy do you do this? Okay. So this is where you have to do it. You divide. Because you don't have nothing more. So this is 6 and this is 6. This becomes y. But I think we change the sign when you cross over. You do the reverse. Right? 6, 1, 6, 6 into 18. 6 trees. So let me see. Would this be
Which answer did you get?
C?
You got C?
Yes, Miss Barbara.
That is correct.
Okay.
That is
Yeah.
correct. Answer
Mhm.
C.
You combine the no.
Yeah,
this
because
negative.
you multiplied everything out, right?
Yes, I did the
Yes.
details when I.
You got the 3y minus 18. Okay,
Yes.
let's just
Okay.
that was excellent, Vanessa. Because that one you had to you had to do the reversal because you had to divide by -1, right?
Yes.
So you multiply this out, you got 3y and 3
Yes.
times -6, you got -18, right?
Yes.
Minus 18. And this would just be less than or equal to -3y.
Mhm.
Then you could just what? Subtract 3y from both sides.
Yes.
Subtract 3y from both sides. Okay. And that gave you, I'll just put here, that would be a -6y on the right.
Yes.
Okay. So you'd have this comes out, you just have the -18, and this would be what, -6y?
Yes.
Okay. And divide,
Both sides
right,
by
both
6.
sides
By 6.
by actually -6
Minus 6. Yes.
and
6.
reverse
The inequality sign.
inequality symbol. Right? And you got what?
See y is less than or equal to 3.
Okay. So this would give you the this would actually just give you 3 reversing it would be give you what, the greater than or equal. So I'm doing it all in one step. Okay, greater than or equal. Let me get a greater than or equal sign. Okay, here we go. So let's put our greater than or equal sign here. So 3 greater than or equal y, right? And y less than or equal to that's the answer then. And putting the y on the other side
Mm-hmm.
and reversing, got y less than or equal to -3.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Very good, Vanessa. That was good. You got that one right. Now we'll do, oh boy, we'll do one more, and then the rest I'll leave for you to do for your homework. Okay, let's do number 5. I think
Okay, yes, number 5. I'm not sure on number
I
5.
know you've got number 5. 6 added to a number, then the result, that means the sum of those two is multiplied by 9. What's the
Yeah, but
answer?
one is 6. Wait. Number 5. Oh, number 5. Okay. Yeah, but this is number 6.
No, number 5. We just did 4. This is
Yes,
number
oh,
5.
this is
Write
I,
this mathematical sentence using algebra. 6 is added to a number x. Then the result is multiplied by 9. The final answer is greater than 99. So 6 is added to x. It's multiplied by 9. The result is greater than 99. What's the answer?
it's greater than 99.
Yeah.
6 is added to x.
And then the result of that addition is multiplied by 9. So you can eliminate D because D is multiplied by 6.
Yeah.
Which one would you say, Vanessa? 6 is added to a number. The result is multiplied by 9. The final answer is greater than 99. What's the answer, Vanessa?
Added to a number x.
6 is added, then that whole result now is multiplied by 9.
Okay.
And what you get is greater than 99. So what's the answer?
It's greater than 99. So therefore, greater than 99.
The
This
result
can
of
be
multiplying 9 times the sum of x and 6.
6, not D, it's not C.
You're right. It can't, because D is multiplied by 6 and C is a less than.
Then 99.
So what's the answer?
So we're between. So therefore it's B.
That's it, Vanessa. You got it. Very good. Because it said 6 is added to a number x. The result, right? X plus 6, result of this is multiplied by 9 and greater than 99. See, it can't be A because
No.
A says 9 is multiplied by a number and then 6 is added. That's not the same thing, right? Because it says 6 is added to a number and the result is multiplied by 9.
Okay.
So it can only be B,
Mhm.
the greater than 99, the X added to the 6, and the result multiplied by 9.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So we'll stop here and you can continue. Okay. Your homework, you have 7, let's see, 8,
8, 9,
9, and let's see,
10.
let's
10
see,
is
you
extra
have
credit.
9. Okay. You have 9 and then you have 10. I think I gave you 11, 10 and 11 for extra credit.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
So that would be your homework, Vanessa. You can email me your answers or you can text them to me. And
Very well.
okay, and any you have problems with, we'll go over in the next session.
Very well. Ma'am.
All right. Okay.
Thank you and have yourself a great
Okay.
evening.
You too, Vanessa.
Okay,
All
bye.
right.
Bye.